This broadcast brought to you by the PNM.
We've got a pandemic sweeping across the world. The richest country in the world today. Head bowed and knees bent in the face of a pandemic that is rampaging. I think there are only 6 states in America where the pandemic is not increasing in intensity. Would you believe that? Only 6 in the northeast corner. And of that 6, one of them went through probably the worst that we've known so far, New York, where I have a child living in New York. That country is spending trillions of dollars trying to fund itself to stay afloat as the virus runs around from coast to coast, from sea to shining sea. We have had to borrow significant amounts of money to do exactly what the US government is trying to do, which is to keep the society afloat, to keep jobs in place, to prevent a total collapse. So what we have now are liabilities going forward. Even before the pandemic, we had difficulty finding money for our development program because our revenues would have fallen from 50-odd billion to approximately 40 billion. We have had to manage this country in the last 5 years. In the first year after we came in, we were managing it with $20 billion less than the previous year. So when you hear people saying they didn't get nothing, there was nothing to get except to try and stay alive and to give ourselves a tomorrow. On the way out of office after 5 years of spending the 5 largest budget in the history of this country, the UNC was facing defeat. So just spending money didn't guarantee you an election victory. They came to Tobago in the last THA election on Northern London. They spent $60 million in Tobago. They had 4 seats, we had 8. They had 4 seats and we had 12, yeah. We had 8, they had 4. $60 million they spent there. And when the game was over, they didn't have 4 seats. They had 0. Money can't buy me love. So all the money they're spending now in this campaign, trying to buy your love, they're still nervous. Because the last thing they want on election night is to hear that you have done the correct thing and you've made the right choice of the People's National Movement. That's the last thing they want to hear. And it has nothing to do with you and the future of the country.
Great is the PNM.